Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long-range weather forecast discussion for February 2nd to the 16th. And this is becoming, at least in the East, this is the winter that wasn't. And the year without a winter. And the reason is the MJO, and it's in a warm phase, 4 and 5. And then if you look at the temperature on phase 4 and 5, they're warm phases, and it's been warm just like it's been for the last since December, really. And there's no sign of snow, and we're going to break a record. And I think this is worse than the winter of 1972-73, and there was very little snow that fell. So we'll see what happens, but there's nothing to be seen in the future. Okay, we're going to look. And also, the cold that's coming here in the east isn't because of the polar vortex. And we can look here, and we go to 384 hours. It still remains on the other side of the pole. So it looks like it still might stretch, but the polar vortex stays mainly across the Arctic and the other side of the globe. And this cold air will be coming from a deep upper low over Hudson Bay. They'll be sending the cold air south into the plains, Mississippi Valley, and then eventually to the east over the weekend. Just want to clear that up. Okay, we're going to look at the period for February 2nd to the 6th. And this is what we have. This is our deep upper low here, but now the pattern's going to change. We have a ridge here building in the west, also a ridge here across the Caribbean. And we have this deep upper low here through the period. And we'll have almost a zone of flow setting up. Now, the trough extends from Hudson Bay and a closed low shifting from the Midwest to the Great Lakes and Northeast this week. And this produced significantly cold temperatures, I think, that we have since Christmas Eve. Now, we're going to look at the surface now. This would be for the 2nd to the 6th. We have a southern stream trough that will shift from the southern plains and across the northeast of the phases with the northern stream. Now here's our cold Arctic high sinking into the east, and then we have this low pressure system will be moving off to the southeast, and this will likely bring rain, probably heavy rain, potentially causing flooding and the lower Mississippi Valley in the northeast through Thursday. And therefore, above normal precipitation is forecast across the region. The ridge in the west will give way to a couple of troughs that will be moving inland. You can see it moving in. And this will also bring a wetter an unsettled pattern for portions of the west. Temperatures expected to be below normal across a large portion of the nation, except for the lower Mississippi Valley, southeast, and you guessed it, the mid-Atlantic and the northeast. They'll be warmer than normal. Okay, looking at the period now for February 7th to the 11th. We have nearly zone of flow across the nation, below normal heights across Canada and the high latitudes, keeping a zone of flow above normal heights across the middle latitudes. So for this forecast period, I'm calling for below normal temperatures here, and I'm calling for anomalies near 6 degrees, below normal, above normal temperatures here, with anomalies of 2 to 8 degrees will be possible, highest anomalies here. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation from the Mississippi Valley to the Pacific Coast, probability of occurrence is near 35%. Now we're going to look at the period for February 12th to the 16th. Now the pattern sets up what we've been having all along. We have a ridge that will be building over the East Pacific, trough here in the west, ridge here in the east with below normal heights near Greenland and the high latitudes. So for this forecast period, I am calling for little change in the temperature anomalies from the previous period. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here. And the probability of occurrence is near 40%. That's the long range weather forecast discussion for February 2nd to the 16th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.